Hey, it's Cafe. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do this. We're just going right in. So, today, hold on, let me just make sure that I can be heard. Hold on one sec. Today, hold on, let me just make sure that I can be heard. All right, you can hear me. Yay! Hey, how are you? I apologize for being late. I had the best intentions this morning. I mean, it's still earlier. It's still earlier than I would be normally. But we're just going right in because I've done this before with watercolor. Oh, did I not tell you why I'm late? Doesn't matter. Oh shoot, look at this. It's still kind of wet in there. So I have the best intentions at like 8 in the morning. And I'm like, I can totally, I could go live right now. I'm ready. And then I start like realizing, well, maybe I should do a test run on one of these because I don't want to run into like issues, you know, like things could happen. Maybe I need paper towel, which I have. Maybe I need some more water. Maybe I need something, right? Like what's the deal? Should I not plan a little more? Just a little more. So, this morning, okay, so this one is kind of, oh, let me turn the light up. What's going on here? We don't got a lot of light here. How's that? Look at that, messy. This is the consistency of, oh God, what would we call this? It's thicker than tomato paste. It's thicker than tomato paste. I don't want to put my fingers in there. I don't want to put my fingers in there. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's pasty. Maybe like tamarind paste. I'm going to have a sip of my coffee. Oh, I have a coffee story for you, but I'll wait until I'm done telling you the story about why I was late kind of thing. So, I recently, yesterday, I decided because I'm always trying to improve, and I know I talk about this a lot, but it's true. And in the meantime, you guys get to see all my mistakes and all my like missteps, which I hope at the very least it's like somewhat entertaining in some way, shape, or form entertaining. Sorry, my camera's at a weird angle. I'm working on it. I have this bar. This is plain water. I also have distilled water for reconstituting my paints, but I am kind of saving that for that use. So this morning I thought, okay, this is great. I have this. I still haven't found like the perfect placement for it because you don't want to be looking at my forehead, right? I don't think. I mean, I wouldn't want to be looking at my forehead. Let me fix my hair. Maybe I can get you a little further back. I mean, I could sit here and fidget with this all day, unfortunately, which is like the problem. I could fidget. Let's see if that works better. Is that gonna work? I figured that the best way to like do this is just gonna be to do it like with you, because it's just too complicated to do it when I have, there we go. I'll try that. Let me know what you think of this. I just thought it was it's too challenging to do when my camera's over there. I mean, my computer is over there. Let's get in here. This is great for multitask, right? So let's just split this right up. I have a watercolor, rescuing dried out watercolor video on my channel, and it's one of my best, it's one of my most popular videos. And I'm doing it just like I'm doing it today. That's how I do it on this video. You know, like there's other methods you could use to do this. You could, ooh, this is geranium. I'm gonna have to get a paint pen to make sure that I write the color on here. You could put it in water overnight or something like that. You know, there's other things you can do without like to prepare to like not get yourself in a mess like this is. But I mean, this is, you know, this is more fun for us. I mean, maybe more fun for you because I'm, you know, I am potentially gonna cut myself if I'm not careful. So here's what you want though. You want it to be like already molded to the tube like that. Like that's ideal. If you can get it, so it's molded and you can like extract it like that, that's what you want to do. I have not done this with gouache, so I honestly don't know. I imagine it should work. This is regular gouache. It's not acrylic gouache. So it does reconstitute when you get it wet again. So my thought was, you know, why wouldn't you be able to reconstitute it from dry, right? And then, I mean, it's actually not completely dry, but you know what I'm saying. So when I made my coffee this morning, let's do the all over the map thing because I'm really good at it. This morning when I made my coffee, okay, I made my coffee after my originally scheduled time because I know going on here without even having a cup of coffee next to me is not ideal. It's not a good idea. I should always have, if I haven't drank coffee, which I have not had coffee yet, I need to at least have some near me so I can drink it. And I should be wearing gloves. That is the thing I forgot from the kitchen. Did not bring gloves. So I put my coffee in the French press. I'm gonna try and be careful even though I didn't wear gloves. I'm still gonna try to be somewhat careful here. And we're probably not gonna get through all 11 tubes. I mean, let's be real here. Oh, and the reason I went on early today is because me and Matt are going somewhere today. So I have to, you know, leave at a certain, I have to leave like at, you know, like around 11, which, I mean, am I usually done by my morning live at 11? No, I'm not. So I'm making my coffee and I noticed that like there's like this weird like drop of like gross something on the cutting board and I was like, what's that? That's gross. Because it was clean before. Anyway, I sort of, you know, thought about it for a second and then I was going to wait to clean up everything until after I made my coffee. And then I go to put my coffee in the French press. Oh no, wait. First I took out the piece that you pressed down, but I didn't notice something, which I'll tell you in a minute. So then I'm going to throw this away. Actually, maybe I'm going to save this because I can use that later. I'm going to put some water in here too. Should I bother putting water in? Like maybe I should just wait. Oh gosh. so many questions before I've had any coffee. What's up? I need some coffee. Okay. Long story short, I put the coffee grounds into my French press before it was cleaned out from yesterday. So basically my coffee today, and it actually doesn't taste bad, is a combination of used grounds and fresh grounds. Ta-da! That's the tweet. That's the tweet, guys. I just want to get to the lids over here. We got some lids. I'm just going to do this for now. And, you know, let's count one done. I'm going to write geranium on it. I'm going to grab a paint pen. And... oh, dang it. Okay. Okay. Okay, paint pen. Geranium. Where should we write it? How about the lid? Oh, well. Not super visible, but it's visible. Let that dry. All right. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're going to move this guy over here. We're going to clean up our little area because I don't want any red getting in anything else. So let's do this. You know, this is the kind of thing that I never thought I would ever do on a live. And here we are. Kind of amazing. And kind of amazing that, like, I'm like, hey, why not? Like, confidence. Good for me. Good for me. Proud of myself. Yeah, just trying to clean up a little in between each because I really don't want to have any cross-contamination here. And then I have a bag to throw everything away. Here we go. Okay, yes. All right. Water. Clean up. I must clean up my... You know what would be really good? A sponge. I don't have a sponge with me. But I will... I'm just cleaning up all my little tools here. Because I want to make sure that we are staying clean. Surgically, right? Surgically clean. We're staying clean. These are little crumbs from the black. I opened up the black one earlier because I had to do a test before I went on. So I decided to bag. Oh, yuck. I don't want that on my hand. Up. You know what? I'm going to run downstairs and get some gloves real quick because that is the thing that I forgot to get. So why don't I do that? Because I don't want to get all this pigment on my hand. This is like really good paint, so I'm sure it's very, very pigmented. Well, I know it is. So I will be right back in 2 shakes. back. Got a sponge, got some gloves, got some rags. I just grabbed it all. Grabbed it all. I just don't want to be getting pigment on my hands, you know? I also do have some place to put my dirty water, so I will... Ooh, I washed my hands and now they're kind of sticky to put the gloves on, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay, come on. Come on, hands. Come on, hands. Get these gloves on. Ooh. Not ideal. Okay. Messy. 'Cause I'm too messy. Uh-oh. Don't COPYRIGHTSTRIKE me, YouTube. Okay. And speaking of music, I have an Epidemic Sound subscription, so that's the tunes that you hear in the background. So if you look in the description of all my videos, I have, you know, a link to it. First of all, I say I share that because disclosure is important, even though I subscribe and pay for the service. And then there's also like a link where you can try it if you want. And it's an affiliate link. So it's like what they do is if I think they give you like a free month, I think. I think they give you a free month if somebody signs up through my link. That's what I think they do. Anyway. But I would also tell you, if you want to try Epidemic Sound, if you want it, look for codes too. Look for discount codes, because you can get a really good deal sometimes for like a year if you Google it. I had a Epidemic Sound subscription for years, earlier in my YouTube career, shall we say, and you know, I paid, you know, the regular price all the time. I got like whatever discount they were doing in the beginning, but you know, from their website, or maybe I signed up through somebody else. I don't know, but I was paying like, I think it's like $15 a month. So this time, I Googled it, and I don't know what in the universe helped me out, but I found a subscription for, it was like $60 for a year. And I don't even remember where I found that link. And I had been a subscriber for years, and then I stopped. So I think I had subscribed for like, I don't know, like 4 years before. And then until I discontinued for a while, but I still really love the music there. Like, it's so good. It's so good. So it's like, what am I doing with this? It's like the music that, if it's for like people who create content who really love music and appreciate it and want to have good music. So I'll put all my dirties in here. This big jar. So it's great because I'm not a musician, but I love music. And I'm gonna tell you, when they started allowing people to use like modern tunes, like popular tunes, whatever, in reels and stuff, I was over the moon. I was so excited. I was so excited to put music that everybody knows into my social medias. It was just, okay, I'm just going in with the rose now because we're already on the red trajectory. And even though I just cleaned off my stuff, I just don't want to like do a blue or like do yellow now. I probably should have started with yellow, but I didn't. That's okay. So part of me thinks that I should, ooh, this one's really dried out. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. We have a big crumb that, oh my God, would you look at that color? That is beautiful. Part of me feels like I should start my lives 20 minutes before I schedule them for, because I take that long to warm up, right? I don't know. I notice it. I'm just going to squeeze this and cover. I'm squeezing this and try to cover. I'm going to tilt you over because I want you to be able to get some like good action shot. And I can't really give you good action shot, like really good action shot when it's an overhead view. It's just not as good of a view. Oh, this coffee's really good. Shockingly. I will say the presser thing was like a little more challenging to press down, but it's good. So, I needed like the extra large mug today because excuse me, because I didn't want to bring up like, I have a lot up here right now. There's like a lot of stuff here and I didn't want to then bring up, you know, a thermos and all that jazz. I'm going to just look quickly. Let me see. Okay, the light is still on. I switched. Did I tell you this? I don't know if I mentioned it yet today. No, I told you about the camera change. I have switched to a mic that's see, I forget how to talk. I can't talk right now. I've switched to a mic that I'm gonna just do that because maybe that'll help you see me better. I switched to a mic that is connected to my computer, and it's like, it's changed the game for me because I don't have to worry. It's not crinkly. It doesn't sound bad. I don't have to worry that it's going to go off. Like off. By off, I mean turn off by itself or something. Like my other one. Like my, you know the one I'm talking about. The clippy one. And then, look at that. And then, also, the cool thing about it as well, that's kind of like an added bonus, is that, oh, this one's super clean. Would you look at that? Oh, this is like, oh my God. That is just clean. Okay, let's get some good action shot here, shall we? Let's see, can I keep my arm out of the way? I'm just squeezing it because I'm gonna turn the light up a little bit for you. Let's see, hold on. Let's see if I can turn this light up like that. That's up all the way. Okay, let's give this some more light because this light bar thing that I have is really great. I mean, it's totally like in the way of my camera. So in that way, it's not great, but it is great in the way that it lights up what I'm doing really well. Okay, here we go. Let's get a good action shot of this. All right. We're gonna go in. We're going in here. Oh, let me give you some room here so you can see what's going on here. All right, here we go. Is it gonna work? Am I gonna hurt myself? I hope not. This is really dried out. Let me give you a little more zoom out. Let's get a little zoom out here. Oh. Okay. All right. Let's see here. What can we do? We got here. I gotta be careful because this thing is like a weapon. You know what I mean? But we are okay. I think I just need to. I think I need to cut. Well, this is like the neatest way to do it, right? Because this is certainly the neatest way when it's completely dry like this. And it's actually safer too because it keeps you from potentially like harming yourself in a way like from scraping. So, oh, there we go. Okay. All right. We got a nice big chunk here. We got a nice big chunk. Oh, there we go. All right. Garbage. Now let's see if we can just pull this out in a clean piece here. Jiggle, jiggle. All right. All right. We have a lot of crunchies in there. Oh, clean. Clean, clean. Oh, yes. That was great. Excellent. I'm gonna just, I like it when it happens like that because it's just less, you know, it's less messy all around. Let's get a lid for this guy. And I'm going to write with my paint pen. Where's my paint pen? Guess what color I grabbed? I grabbed khaki. I grabbed khaki green, which is not ideal because I have more paint pens. I'm gonna grab one. I have more paint pens and hopefully they don't all come spilling out. Oh, careful, careful, careful. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just touched the mic. Okay, let's write rose. Rose. Nice. Hey, let's draw a little rose on it, shall we? There we go. Rose. Excellent. All right, this is done. I got to clean my workspace. Give it a little wipe with my nice sponge here. That'll help make it cleaner. Well, kind of, or just mash everything into the paper. That works too. I also made these little pieces of paper that I haven't used yet. So we can also use these just to like try and keep things a little bit neater. Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna go in with a little more water just to wash off my supplies. And we'll see how this goes. Oh, I'm so glad I've got these gloves. That was a good move. And thank you for your patience with me going downstairs. I'm glad that sorry about that. See, this is what happens when I put the camera so close, but I want you to be able to see everything. I'm gonna have my coffee. Cheers. This is really good. Sorry about any mouth sounds, drinky sounds that I just make, but I gotta be slurping my coffee. All right, I got more of these. Ooh, I still have that. I'm gonna put this aside. I'm putting aside any of the pieces like this. I'm putting these aside for later, and I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna do something with them. Maybe I'll put them in this cup here. It's just to keep it safe. I just want to keep them out of the way now so I can, you know, later on do something if I want to with them. You know, What are we going from here? We have black. We have cobalt blue. We have this yellow that is already half open. We have 2 yellows. So 2 yellows, let me zoom you out a little bit. So 2 yellows is, you know, I want to keep the yellows together. I just, if I have any orange or what's going on here? Do I not have orange? I have this, this, this. So we want to keep the greens together. We got a purple. We have a white. We have another green, a blue green, 2 yellows. I want to look at real quick. Okay, the orange is still a little gushy. And then I have a white that's a little gushy. And then I have a bunch of little tiny tubes, and these aren't like of the need to be, I don't need to do these. So I was very much craving to use my gouache, and it's been such a long time that, oh, this yellow is actually, it's not, this is also not necessary to do. It's a little squishy in there. There's just no need for that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like an exercise in why bother, you know? That's a why bother proposition, because you're just like, no. Oh, I gotta clean this guy off. Because that's just, you know, a recipe in, like, why torture yourself? Why torture yourself unnecessarily with this activity if it's not something that, you know, if the means do not justify, right, the ends? Why? Really? So I did do a video, I think a couple years ago, where I had the Gansai Tombi. I have a Gansai Tombi set that was just really dried out, and they're dry anyway because they're pan paints, but they were shredded. They were like sharded like sorry, I'm laughing. I'm being like 10 years old or something. They were sharded like glass. They were like glass shards, and I thought, because I think I was gonna like, they were getting all over the place. If I moved around my paint container, you know, because they were in the pans, but they were all just getting all, they were in danger of becoming, you know, those crayons where there's like all different colors in the same, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like doing this on top, underneath my screen of myself. They were in danger of becoming like one of those crayons, but you know, you get that wet and forget it. It's just going to turn into a big pile of mud. So this one's going to be nice and dry. Ooh, I can tell. Look at that. Yes. I love it when it's like that. That's perfect. This is really where you want to get your paints when you're doing this. You want them to be like this because that just takes out all the pain, all that gluey, all the gluey pain. But maybe, I don't know, is it as satisfying? I think it might be more satisfying if it's all gluey to watch, but this is pretty satisfying too. So I made this video with the Gansai Tombi. I'm just going to peel off and see how much of this paint I can get off. The Gansai Tombi watercolor, Japanese watercolor set. And so I reconstituted them all in the pans, you know, just as they were. I took them out, did this whole thing. You know, I don't know. I thought maybe it would be enjoyable to the same people who watched my watercolor rescue video, because that's one of my most popular YouTube videos. So I thought, hey, maybe we can Maybe we can strike lightning twice. And this is just another lesson where that doesn't work. That does not, you cannot strike lightning twice all the time, you know? And you can't manufacture it. You know, it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to move you a little bit so you have more light. So, yeah, so I did the video. Of course, it wasn't as engaging. I wasn't talking in it. Just having some coffee. Cheers. Cheers. You know, I wasn't engaging. It was all just, you know, it was all just paint stirring and stuff. And like, if I never got a YouTube video before where people were like, and the point is, like, what's the point of this video and all this stuff. So, you know, it just goes to show you can't, you gotta have some, I thought people would just like to watch it because they like to watch this stuff, but no, it's not the case. And I just thought I would, you know, give the people what they want type of thing, like just throw it out there and see. Nah, nope. I mean, I'm sure it got more views than some other videos, but I don't think people liked it very much. They were like, why did you do this? And I'm like, well, because there are shards that are just gonna turn into a big multicolor crayon if I don't, you know? Like I did it because I need to reset the paint so I can actually store this thing without, getting my paint all messed up. But, you know, and I really didn't do it, just because the 5 minutes crafts effect, the 5 minute crafts effect. Can I talk? I didn't do it for the 5 minutes craft effect only, you know? I mean, part of it was, oh, people like this content, I'm going to try it. But part of it was, you know, I'm doing this because it makes sense for me to do it, because I want my paint to last and not get all mixed up together. However, let's go into time. Go into, like, I don't know whether it was 6 months later or whatever, and they sharded all over again. So, I mean, there you go, right? Just, I don't know. In that case, I'm just like, well, what am I going to do this every 6 months? Or am I just going to use the paint and buy some more? You know what I mean? Because you got to use your paint up. You got to use your paint up. This does not seem safe. I'm going to grab this. This is a stick. This is a little wooden stick. And we are going to do some de-sticking. I don't want to cut myself though, so. And yeah, this seems kind of like, why am I bothering doing this? I think I'm bothering because it's satisfying. Oh, look what I just did. Let me show you what just happened. I just poked it and it poked out. So there we go. Come on, paint. Okay, yes. All right, I'm gonna put this in my little cup that I'm saving. And this is Aureolin. So I'm gonna grab a cover. Grab a little cover. I think it's the wise move to not reconstitute them today, because we will never, first of all, this video will be 3 hours long, which would be totally fine, but I don't have 3 hours at the moment. That's why I started early today, because I just didn't have 3 hours. Coffee. Did not have 3 hours today. Oh, and my 12:30 live is not happening today. But I will be back tomorrow with another rose because I'm almost there. Almost done with enough art for, I'm going to just write Holbein here too. Enough ink drawings for my upcoming roses coloring book. I'm super excited to try Mixam. I'm super excited to just go through the process, to try the paper and to keep my fingers crossed. And I'm excited. I'm going to actually reach out to them when I'm ready to go. I'm going to reach out to them and ask for a little bit of counsel from them. I'm going to test out, I did a video, one of my live streams in the morning. One of them has, I think it's from like a few weeks ago, but I do keep seeing it in my feed. It has blue Mixam, sample books on top if you're looking for it. And I go through Mixam's sample books that they give you, that you can get. There's a link in that description where you can get a Mixam sample pack delivered to you. And the sample packs are, it's a beautiful and very well, it's well designed, and it's just well, oh, I have to, what happened there? And it's very well done sample pack. That, let's do this one because it's closer in color to the yellow, even though it's a different, it's not the same yellow as Orlin, but yeah, so the Mixam, it's in the Mixam sample. I'm going to test out some of those papers with some media, and then from there I'm going to, you know, make my best guess. I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do 100-pound text for the interior sheets. But I want to get some feedback from them on their best recommendations for, you know, like sometimes like you don't know what you don't know with things. And one of the things is the whole binding situation with a thicker paper, you know, will make it so you can only have so many sheets for, like, limited amount of sheets for certain types of bindings and whatnot. I will say that in all of the little tests I've done on their, they have a book creator thing, you know, like a way that you can just like make your choices and stuff for your books, obviously, on their site. And it's very comprehensive. It's very good. And they have limitations set on there. So if you use a certain type of paper, you know, if you want to use a certain type of binding, presumably with a certain type of paper too, obviously, because the weight of the paper is changeable, because different papers are different weights, and different bindings can handle different numbers of sheets. So they have all of those calculations there in the tool, in the little calculator thing. So it's just such a pleasure to use their site. And when I got that sample pack, I'm just like, this company, just, they really have their act together. They're very good. They're very good. This is nice and dry. Nice and dry. Maybe I should be wearing a mask during this. I'm gonna go get a mask, actually. Real quick. I'll be right back. I will be right back. I'm back with the mask. Okay. Safety first. Safety first. Okay. Let's see. There is a substantial amount of dried pigment in this one. And I'm glad I got a mask. I'm glad I could find my masks. Because I was kind of like, okay, where are my masks? Where are my masks? Okay, let's do this. Oh, there we go. That was easy. Clean sweep. Get that out of here. All right, that's leaf green. Let's get a lid. I mean, we're making progress here. This is good. Leaf. Green. Oh. Green. Holbein. Well, I already know it's Holbein. I don't necessarily have to write Holbein on it. All right, let's do a little cleanup here. I'm just gonna real briefly check my volume again, just because I'm paranoid. Oh, I'm paranoid person. I'm just gonna real briefly. All right, there we go. There's volume. There's volume happening. All right, I'm gonna have a sip of my coffee while I can. Okay. Okay, before we get going on a new one. Okay, so that was green. That was a yellow green. Let's do this green now. Emerald green, because emerald green is like, ooh, this one's a little squishy. All right, no, let's do this one. I've changed my mind. I'm favoring the dried ones because I really think dried. I mean, I'm starting to think that I should just dry out the tubes because it's just so much easier. I know it's probably more fun to watch. Probably a little more fun to watch if it's not a dried out tube, I know. But, you know, I want to get more done in less time and in a safer way. We're dealing with pigments here. We are dealing with pigments here. Let's not forget this. Let's not forget. I know. This is from the same girl who, girl. Let's just, you know, I'm both, right? From the same woman who finger paints with her Uni Poscas and all my paint pens. But, you know, when we're dealing with this stuff is a little, I don't know, I take it a little more seriously, you know? A little more seriously. Okay, this one is gummy. A little gummy. Dry, but a little gummy. I think, ooh, let's squeeze it a little bit. Okay, this is like dried, oop. Sorry, this is kind of dried, like dry, Play-Doh-ish type situation going on here. Let's get some scissors in here. Let's get a little pocket and we can just do a slit down the bottom here. And not cut myself. Okay, there we go. All right, yes, okay, now we're gonna, there we are. Okay. I think we have a little, yep. I have a little shard in there. I'm going to just pop that out. I don't want that in there. A little piece of the aluminum in there. Let's see. I think we're going to have success with this one. Taking it out, like doing the whole peel thing. Okay, let's get our cup. All right. I'm just going to angle you a little better here. Okay. Let's do that. Okay. All right. Good. Now, You know, I think it might be real nice to create pans from these. I think that's what I might do. I just like, I like that delivery system for me, you know? And kind of feel like, I just feel like that will be easier for me to use them and to store them, because, you know, I don't really want to be storing these little jars all the time. Like, yes, I'm doing this today. I'm getting these out in the jars, and that's good. I'm glad I'm doing this. I'm glad I'm making the move. I'm glad I'm, you know, moving to the next step with my dried gouache tubes. I'm dismantling the tube. I'm getting all this stuff out of here. But I think I want to make it easier for myself, and I think pans would be great. Because if it's all the same to the gouache, I don't need it to be liquid, you know? Like, maybe if, you know, when I buy more, that's fine. But I can buy tubes again. But for these particular tubes that are... For these particular tubes, they're dried out, you know? It's like... You know, like, do I really... I don't... And I could even if I wanted to. I mean, they sell tubes at the store. Do I want to do that? No. And honestly, if I was going to do that, I would just take my little pipette. That little... Here, I'll show you what it is. Hold on. Oh! There we go. The pipette is the little thing that... I'll show you. This is a pipette. It's just you fill it with water and you can inject. So I could just put some water. I'm going to zoom you up a little bit. I don't... There we go. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. A pipette is the little thing that you can put water in your tube. So... Oh, I forgot to write the color of this. All right, is it Velo? Is it Velo green? Let's see. Here we go. Cypress. Cypress green. Cypress green. Okay, one thing I really don't like is when I'm cutting this aluminum, there's like these little tiny, I don't like it. I don't like all these little tiny shards. I'm going to take my trash. I'm just going to clean up my space a little bit here. Because this is just not... this mess here. Some water in here. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to wear your mask and all that stuff. So I'm really glad I grabbed that mask because I think it was a really good move. Very good move. I'm going to get some clean water here. Some clean water just in case we need it. We might not even need it, but it's good to have it, you know? Good to be safe. And that was Cypress green and I didn't write that yet, so let's do that. So perhaps, okay, perhaps in another live I will put these into pans. So this is a ice cube tray I got from Target. And I thought, I mean, it's dirty, so don't mind it. I've been saving this to potentially put paint in as a pan, like for little paint pans. What do you think? Kind of a good idea, right? It's silicone and it's floppy, except for this. There's like a there's like an underwire. It's like an underwire bra thing. So, hey, it's got a little hook. But I thought that was kind of unique, right? Kind of cool. Kind of useful. Okay, one more sip of coffee before we continue. Today would have been a really good day to have a travel coffee cup. Okay, let's continue on with the green because although this feels kind of squishy, I kind of want to do like the more dried out ones. We have these two. Let me look at this one real quick. That looks pretty dry, actually. Let's do, all right, we have 3 more jars. We have 3 more tubes of paint, and then we have the white. Wait, do we have 3? We have 4 more tubes of paint. No, we have black. Okay, hold on. Oh no, we have 5 more tubes of paint. Hold on. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 6. So let's do our little, see where we are here. We have that. All right, let's go from the driest. Okay, this one we already cut, or I already cut. I cut it without you. I cut it without you. I cut it before I came on. I wanted to, like, you know, I just didn't want to, I wanted to, oh, I still have some green on here. That was my attempt to be prepared. That was my attempt to say, perhaps I should try cutting one of these before. I mean, I've cut tubes before, but I haven't done this in years. I mean, I've only done it with my watercolor tubes, but I haven't done it here. All right, so now we have, let's zoom you down. We have this nice dried out, look at that, okay? That's good. Look at that deep, velvety, that looks delightful. Let's get the awl. I'm just gonna clean off my awl. And just gonna try and open a little pocket here without impaling myself, so I can, ooh, okay. No, I did not hit a, I didn't hit a wet spot or anything. I just, I felt that I impaled the aluminum, but I didn't hurt myself, but I just wanted to, I'm just really trying to be safe, you know what I mean? Gotta be safe with this stuff. All right, let's do this. Let's do a little peeling action here. Give you a good view of the peel. Try and do it so you can see what's happening. There we go. Oh, great. I forgot I had all these fun tools. Hold on a second. Let's see. So I am a mad scientist because I have dental tools to use in my artwork. So a few years ago, I was really into doing scratch art. Okay, that does not seem safe to me. I'm gonna put this away real quick. I don't think this is gonna actually do anything for me right now. So a few years ago, I was into doing scratch art. And scratch art is, you know, when you scratch on black paper and then like rainbow comes out underneath. So I was doing a lot of that. You can see a lot of it on my shorts way back, like years ago. And I bought a bunch of little sticks. Oh, look. What is this? What is that like mold or something? I don't know what that is. Oh, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna just do that. And hopefully, ooh, look in there. Ooh, that's kind of gross. Hold on. Oh, maybe there was some sort of a weird, did my paint get a bacterial infection? What happened there? Do you see that? I'm gonna poke. I'm not poking at the white stuff. I'm poking at the paint. Because I just want to see if I can, you know. I'm not saving this tube to, you know, paint with the remnants or anything. Because it looks like there's something going on in there, but, or something went on. It looks like something might have gone on in there, but is now over. But there's still, you know, I'm a stickler because there's still, what is that? What is that? Maybe I should Google it. What is that? I don't know. I'm gonna clean this up because because yuck. Let's get some water going here. Okay. Getting there, guys. Getting there. Getting there. Getting there. Getting there. All right. Little tube. Just want to pick up the little remnants. And then, if I can. And then I can dump it. All right. Clean up. Very important. I'm going to dump this water and clean water. Get some clean water. Okay. Wait a minute. Come on now. I see you, black paint. I see you in there. I see you, a little remnant of red paint in there. Just cleaning out. I don't want to infect my paints. I don't want anything to happen to my paints. All right, let's get rid of that. All right, well, this has been a fun and uniquely different vibe today. Oh, I gotta cover this. Let's cover this. Let us write, what? I don't even know what kind of black was that. Not that I even want to go near that black. Because that was creepy. Whatever, it was black. We're just going to put black. Because I don't really know. I don't know what other name it was, but that's okay. I'm going to write geranium on this one again. Just because this is much better visibly. Geranium. Geranium and rose, very similar. All right, let's see here. We got this one. This is violet. We have green. We have emerald green. Let me get a few lids. I'm going to try and really make this a lot more straightforward because we have lids, we have names. So let's do it. Let's just write the names on the lids right now. Cobalt blue. Cobalt blue. Emerald green, right? Emerald. Emerald green. There we go. Permanent. Perm white. And then violet. Okay, good. All right, good. Let's do cobalt blue next. Cobalt blue, unless it's not dry. Oh, that's dry. Okay, good. I don't want to have a bunch of pigment in my face, so I'm going to just add some water here. And we're going to go for this. We're going to go for it. Let's clean up a little bit. Get a little piece of wax paper going here. See if that helps out with anything, and then we're going to go in with this. So the types of scissor, I'm using these kitchen shears, but these are like really, really old ones that they're almost just like, oop, hardware style. They're just not, we don't really use them in the kitchen, so they're, you know, we have plenty of other kitchen scissors, so just, I will write on these to keep them out of the kitchen now. But I wanted to use a pair of scissors for this that were not good, if you know what I'm saying, because I don't want to make my good scissors dull. This feels a little bit gluey in here, I have to say, and I am just hoping that it's going to be, if I just can just sort of get it like, how is that? Okay. All right. I think I'm going to let this dry out more. I think that's the move. I really do. Because otherwise, I'm tempted to just sit here and peel this though. Let's get the paper off because that's just going to cause trouble. All right, let's see here. Can we do it? Well, we're in it now, right? We're in it now. Let's do that there. There. All right, so it's kind of dried enough that we do have some, do that. It's peeling. I think this will be one of those that I end up keeping the foil from. Keep the tube, use the tube next time I use the paint, and just get it, just use as much of it as I can, and then, but see, look at it, peels good, it peels off well, right? Like Play-Doh, it peels off like Play-Doh. Well, I'm really glad I named this live Rescuing and not Reconstituting, because we are not doing any reconstituting today. And I definitely am glad, because That's best left for another time, I think. Especially because I want to figure out the best sort of method for a pan for these. How am I gonna do? Should I use that ice cube tray that I have, that Target ice cube tray? Okay, that can go away. Now let's get to this. Oh, that was easy. Nice. All right, should we bother? I'm gonna keep this over here. All right, good. Cobalt blue, we're done. Now, garbage for the cap. Okay, cleanup time. Clean up this little piece of paper. Clean up my scissors. Clean up the scissors. And water. Water. Okay, good. Do we still have music? What's going on with the music? Do we still have music here? Let's listen. Good. Okay, music's still on. Okay, good. I still, habits. Old habits die hard. Checking the music. Gotta check the music. I've got to make sure that I still, I got to make sure that my volume still works because, I have been working with a mic that, this mic is great. It's been great so far, but I haven't used it in a long time and I just set it up. So I just would very much not be happy if we lost some volume at any point. So I just gotta get to know it again, you know what I mean? Gotta get to know it in the new setup and make sure that everything's okay. How are we doing in here? This is looking Play-Doh-ish. This is looking Play-Doh-ish. And how do we want to handle this? Why don't we save this for, I'm gonna just do this. I'm going to get more air circulation in there, like that. And just, there we go. I wanted to just make a little pocket. Let that dry. Because we got to run. I got to run soon. And now we have, but I would like to get things in some condition to continue this, to continue and to complete the task. Perhaps tomorrow. Oh, squishy. Uh-oh. Squishy. All right, let me be careful. All right, we got more Play-Doh in here. And gonna do the same situation. We're gonna open it up to some more airflow here. Being careful. Don't wanna, yeah. I'm gonna leave this too. And now let's see, emerald green. We got the violet is open. So violet's open. Emerald green is open. Cobalt blue is done. And now we have white left. So let's go in on the white. Let's go in on the white. Let's clean up this area here. Clean things up. I think this is going to be nice and dried out. And I'm guessing that we're going to have probably better luck with that white. I'm just cleaning up here. Better luck with the white than with the green and the violet. But this is good because we're almost there. This is great. My goal is to be able to use these paints soon. And I have never had the patience to wait to, you know, open a tube like that and then just like wait out the dry. I've never done that, so that's progress. We're making progress. I think this is looking pretty good. This is looking like the binder makes it kind of, it gives it that stick, but this looks pretty well dried. It's not crispy. It's not crispy like some of the other ones were. I'm just cleaning off my scissors here. But I think we're in good shape here. So I'm gonna do a little snip and a little peel, and we'll see how we do here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Hey.
10 or 15 minutes, okay?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, guys. Oh, gotta run. I gotta run shortly. Gotta run out the door. Ooh, I don't think so. You know, I was full of promise and excitement, but I think I'm gonna cut it more cutting and do a little more cutting here. Let's see. Glue. Okay, hold on. So this is a person that you can't get me down. You can't get me down, paint. I'm not giving up on you yet. Okay, this is kind of a mess, right? This is a little bit Hot Mess Express, I think. A little bit. Okay. It's all in the, like, you gotta be careful with this, right? I'm at the precipice here. I'm at the point where this is super, like, it could go in any direction here. This is playing with fire. I mean, it's looking kind of good, I've got to be honest. I mean, this whole entire side has separated from it, which is great. But I mean, look, see, look at this. Let's be honest here. We're riding the line here. We're looking like it could get real messy here. I'm gonna just, oh yeah, see, look. Do you see that? Look at the bubble. Oh, okay. You can't see it, I don't think. Yeah. We're gonna leave this like this. I know that's really unfair of me, but I don't want to be in a scrape. I don't want to be in the scrape zone right now because it might be fun to watch, but it's like a real mess. And I think that if I leave this to dry out, I think I will be rewarded. And this is really very well ventilated right now. This has got all kinds of air happening. So I think we're good. I will give you a pan out view. I'm gonna do this right here because there's a little bit on here too that I want to get off. Some good paint there. Okay, let's do it. First, I'm going to move my coffee because I don't want to break my mug. All right, here we are. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now let's do this. Do the pan out. Yay. Look at what we got here. We got that. We got paint. We got these paints done. We have a messy table. And we have this guy that we're gonna deal with. soon. We're going to deal with that soon. So here's what I'm doing. This is my controversial take here. Hi, I'm back. Here's my controversial take. I am going to leave my table as is. And then tomorrow we'll do part 2. What do you think? Tomorrow we're going to do part 2. We're going to attack those tubes that are, you know, the tubes that are dried, the tubes that are kind of gummy. We're going to attack the gummy tubes tomorrow. And we're going to attack this guy tomorrow. And then maybe we'll even get some painting in, because that would be super cool. Let me squeeze over so I can say, have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I look forward to it. And have a great, awesome day. I'll see you soon. Bye.